Okay, guys, so next thing that we're going to look at here again is shape of the wing backs when we win possession. So we've got a good interception here and a smart pass from our holding mid in Gabby into our attacking left-sided mid in Licky, okay? You can already see our left wing back probably a little bit too high, okay? During that whole attack that was building up, she should already have been just dropping into here for a little bit of cover for our left-sided centre-back, okay? So already too high a starting position, and you can kind of see we're almost playing as a left forward rather than a wing back, okay? So the positioning is too narrow and too high. So on Licky receiving the ball, she's left with only a couple of options, okay? Everything that she wants to play to is all running away from her, okay? All in straight lines as well. So it becomes quite difficult for her to make that decision on the run. If we've got Anna in the position that we want her to be in, so we've got Anna here, we actually want her out wide in this situation, that's going to force their right back in here to either hold that position, okay, and kind of engage Licky, which is going to open up the pass into Anna, or she's going to go and engage Anna, which is then going to open up space for Licky to carry on driving into that space, or even Avery to go and attack that space, okay? So we all want to kind of open up this space. That's where we're running into. Instead, we have Anna in that situation where she is now, and we get away with it. We managed to play a ball into her pretty well, but I think the attack could have been so much better had we been in shape to start with. So it gets played into Anna, who's making a smart run. And you can see there, their right back did step in to engage Licky, but if if Anna had been wider at that situation, she would have had so much more time. Anna does really well to get away from her marks here, finds a smart pass across, but then unfortunately we just kind of lose possession in here, and that's the end of the attack. But again, it's just a little bit more width on the wing backs, a little bit more depth on the wing backs as well. So here we're going to highlight a good overlapping run from Kaza as our right wing back. So first off, really smart pass from Licky. Good drop in here from Kit Kat to receive with time and space, okay? And now we're starting the attack, okay? You can see acres of space for all of our attacking players and our attacking mid in there as well. So Kit Kat was given the instruction on, as she stepped in to try and receive and then just know that there's going to be a runner in behind, okay? And maybe she was just a little eager here to try and play this ball through, but the idea of everybody involved is really good. So maybe a first touch lets her down a little bit. It was coming in at speed, but you can see here Kaza already on the sprint, not waiting for the ball, overlapping, running into that space. So now if Kit Kat makes a good decision here, maybe takes another controlling touch or lays it off into Gabby here, then we get that ball over the top into that space. And this player here, their left back, is moving this way. Her momentum is moving away from where Kaz is going. So now we're going to get that ball through there. Instead, Kit Kat a little eager to try and play it herself, and it comes to nothing. But if we just rewind the whole thing again and just look at it in real time, smart drop from Kit Kat, well seen from Licky, and now if we just connected better there, we're through on goal. So good movement, very good movement. All right, I was really impressed with the movement all game actually, receiving in lots of time and space. But as I said, we weren't really aware of the time and space that we had sometimes, and if we just get a better understanding of how much time we do have, we can play a much better pass in those situations. So this right here is going to be a prime example of how positive we can be or could be in this formation when we set it up correctly. So we've got Gabby here in that holding role, that kind of almost, it's going to be, we'll almost refer to it as the quarterback role, because she's going to be sitting deep and looking to play longer balls, okay? So not just kick and hope kind of soccer. I don't want you thinking that that's suddenly how we're going to play at 11v11, but we need to know when it's time to play a short ball and when there is an opportunity to play a long ball, either big switch or ball over the top. So Gabby receives here in absolutely acres of space, like barely anybody engaging her. The closest player to her is here, and she's not even really going to the ball. She's trying to cut off a passing lane. At this point here, Gabby's got to get ahead up, assess her options. Okay, now you can see this humongous gap between their centre backs. Okay, absolutely like Swiss cheese. All right, I think it's Shelby in here. If she's aware, she's already running into that space. Okay, she sees Gabby's got time and space. That's a huge trigger. That's a cue for our forward players to start making runs in behind, because that can be that big kind of sign that it's time to play. You know, she's going to be able to play over the top. So I'd have loved to have seen Shelby start her diagonal run there, or check on side and start sprinting through. Instead, she's a little static, but Gabby plays the pass that she wants to happen. Okay, Gabby ends up playing that ball over there, and it just kind of gets a little away from Shelby, because obviously these two centre backs have got a 3 or 4 yard start on her. Okay, obviously not Gabby's fault that the run isn't happening, but then you've got to also say, right, okay, it's not happening. I'll just play a shorter pass in here, or mid-range pass in here. Again, Licky with so much time to receive here, and then maybe she receives and then Shelby makes the run. Obviously, again, we've got to just talk about wing-back position. Could we be deeper in here? All right. But on the whole, just it's positive to me that we're getting in these situations. We've just got to have a better outcome afterwards. So there's the ball over the top. Doesn't quite come off. We'll watch it again in real time. So much time on the ball. Nobody running in behind apart from Kaza, but that wouldn't have been the option. Better decision needed, and better movement off the ball from the more attack-minded players. So this play here is almost going to be a mirror image of the one that we just did, okay? So just rewind it just a few seconds there. So as Gabby receives this ball, this time she goes one touch into Licky, who was, again, just in acres of space in there. So boom, right there, okay? So now we're attacking. Again, we can kind of talk about left wing back positioning, but it's not the big concern here, okay? Now that Gabby's found her attacking mid that's dropped in to receive, okay? Now we've got this space to go and engage. Now, earlier on, Licky had this same opportunity, and as soon as she received it, she tried to play. And the gap was closed by the two centre-backs because there was so much distance between the pass. So I kind of told Licky, next time you have that space, which you will have, engage the players, run at them a little bit, okay? Wait for one of them to step in at you, then release. And then listening really well, holds on, boom, there's the pass. And just fractionally too heavy, okay? And maybe if Shelby's coming from a wider position there to run across it, it's a little easier to take, but it shows much better there. A smart decision from Gabby to play simple into her attacking mid's feet, and then the attacking mid using the time and space that she's got to make a really, really smart pass.